earlier today, Freddie Kitchens, former Cleveland Browns head coach and offensive coordinator for the Cleveland Browns, spoke about Baker Mayfield, who was recently traded to the Carolina Panthers, his time in Cleveland, as well as what he expects from Baker in Carolina.
You know, in the game of football, when you start talking about players, you're either dealing with projections or quantitative things that they've already done. And when you look at Baker, like you mentioned, he finished second in the league in Rookie of the Year votes. He set a rookie touchdown record his rookie year. The second year, he had 2,000-yard receivers, 1,500-yard rusher. His third year, his receivers were back healthy, and he had a better year, a much better year statistically for him and record-wise. And then the fourth year, like you mentioned, the labrum. And I know from experience, the off shoulder is sometimes more important than the on shoulder as far as controlling accuracy of the ball and things like that. I think that definitely impacted him. And I'm excited for him to get to Carolina and see what he can do. I think things are looking up for Baker.
Now, I would say this. I love Freddie Kitchens and the sound bites that he was able to produce, at least in Cleveland. But it felt a little bit revisionist history to me because, again, that second year, just kind of summing it up as, you had a 1,500-yard rusher, you had 2,000-yard receivers. You're missing a lot of the context in there and the fact that Baker was very high up in the league when it came to interceptions. And to talk about that, we bring in Quincy Carrier, YouTube personality, does a great job as well. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe. But, Quincy, I got to ask you, man, it felt a little bit revisionist history when it came to Freddie Kitchens, kind of summarizing that time from Baker.
I mean, it was revisionist in the way of purposely leaving out stuff, right? Like, you're going to leave out that he was second only to Jameis, who threw 30 interceptions that year in the NFL when it came to that. There was a lot of bad sacks taken. I mean, like, the 2019 tape is bad. We know it's bad. I know there's been an effort by some to make it seem like the 2019 season was not as bad as everybody seems. It was bad. I lived it. I watched through it. I actually had season tickets that year. I lived it. Like,
I'm sorry.
It was as bad as everybody says it was. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Look, I understand why Freddie's going to take that angle from it because he needs to protect his own reputation. In the same way, Baker's probably going to take that angle from it. I wish the best for both of those guys. I'm not going to wish ill on them. But, also we know when the Browns went to play the Giants and Freddie Kitchens was calling plays, had no fear about that. And we'll see what happens in week 1 against Panthers.